Yo, what's good, Jets Nation? This is NY Jets Media, bringing you guys my breakdown and predictions to the New York Jets schedule that just got released. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm posting a lot of highlights for the Jets and a bunch of content like this of me talking and breaking down a bunch of players, position groups, and all that type of stuff. So with that being said, let's jump right into this video. The Jets open up Week 1 in 2020, going to Buffalo versus the Bills. This game, I see the Jets coming out on top with a victory, getting a revenge from last year. As all Jets fans know, last year was a nightmare, Week 1. We were so happy in the beginning of that game. The first half, we were just dominating the Bills defensively. Sam Darnold had that crazy two-point conversion to Le'Veon Bell in the back of the end zone where I was just mind blown. I'm like, holy crap, this is happening. The Jets are here. Sam Darnold year 2. This is actually going to happen. The Jets can be good. And then CJ Mosley gets injured. Our defense completely goes away because he was a signal caller. He was the whole communication for our defense. And Josh Allen leads the Bills to come back and beat us. And I feel like in this video, I'm going to be predicting the Jets are 100% healthy the whole year. I know that's not realistic, and there are going to be injuries. But just for the sake of us predicting, I'm going to be saying CJ Mosley's healthy and the whole defense and offense is healthy. So with that being said, I think CJ Mosley will be able to maintain the Bills offense and Greg Williams as well. Jamal Adams, we have a lot of guys on defense if we're healthy. We got Jordan Jenkins back, Brian Poole back in the slot, and Pierre Desir. We have a brand new secondary, and Quinn Williams entering his second year, I feel like can become a beast. CJ Mosley is obviously an absolute monster if he's healthy. So I feel like we will be able to maintain the Bills offense. I also think the Buffalo Bills will win the division. I'm not sleeping on the Bills at all. I'm not saying the Jets are 100% beating the Bills. The Bills suck. No. I think the Bills are going to be a very good team and improve last year, even though they were really good last year. And I'm not sleeping on the Bills at all. They're a well-coached team and really good players all throughout the roster. And Josh Allen is going to make another big step in the system because the Bills just know how to surround him with the right players. Stephon Diggs is obviously a big reason for that. So Week 1, I think we're going to shock the world and beat the Bills and start off Week 1-0. Week 2 is our home opener against the San Francisco 49ers, and the 49ers will be traveling from west to east, and that's going to be an interesting game. I have this game as a loss for the Jets. I cannot sit here and tell you that the Jets are just going to beat the defending NFC champions, and we're just going to start the season 2-0. I'm not going to be biased in this video. I'm going to be as realistic as possible. I do think this game is going to be a lot closer than we expect because the Jets will be able to maintain the 49ers run game, and that's what they were really good at. And the Jets are one of the best run defenses in the league, and I feel like it's going to be a very defensive game. But I also think Sam Darnold will struggle because the 49ers defensive front and the pass rush is absolutely legit. I do not think the Jets offensive line will be able to sustain that pass rush all game, and Sam Darnold's going to be really all over the place. He's not going to be able to sit in the pocket long. I'm not sold on this Jets offensive line as of yet, so this will be a loss. So we're going to start the year 1-1. Week 3, we go to Indianapolis and face the Colts. This game, I say we will win because I'm not sold on the Colts quarterback position. Yes, Phillip Rivers is an established veteran, and he's going to be solid for the Colts, and I think the Colts are an upcoming team, and they're very well run. They have a good GM and good organization. They're really beefing up that O-line, and they have a good running game and stuff. But I feel like the Jets will come out on top of this game because their defense will be able to stop the Colts offense, and I feel like the Colts defense isn't really there yet. I know they're upcoming. They got Leonard at middle linebacker and stuff like that, but I just feel like the Jets will put up more points, and it will be a high-scoring game, and the Jets will come out on top. So that will start the year 2-1. Denver Broncos, Thursday Night Football at home. So this is going to be another interesting game because the Denver Broncos and the Jets are kind of similar. They both have two young quarterbacks, and they're an upcoming offense. The Broncos surrounded Drew Lock with insane weapons. They got Jerry Jeudy now. They got KJ Hamler in the second round. They still have Courtland Sutton. They have Phillip Lindsay and those type of guys. But Denver's defense, I feel like, isn't as good as their offense, so I feel like that's why I feel like the Jets will come out on top of this game as well and start the year 3-1. I know it sounds like crazy. Whoa, this guy's biased. He's trying to think the Jets are going to win all the games. No, I do not think they're going to win every single game. But I still think that the Jets are a better football team than the Denver Broncos. So therefore, I feel like the Jets will be able to score more points on them because the Jets have a better defense, and I still think defense wins championships. Going into week 5, the Jets are home against the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals acquired DeAndre Hopkins, and they're an upcoming team as well. Their offense is scary. Cliff Kingsbury obviously is a great coach because he came in and made the Arizona Cardinals a legit team. Kyler Murray entering his second year in the system, he's going to be only better. But I feel like the Jets will be able to come out on top of this game because the Arizona Cardinals defense isn't that great yet. I know they just acquired Isaiah Simmons, and also their offensive line wasn't that great. So I feel like the Jets will be able to beat the Arizona Cardinals because they're traveling to the East Coast and it's going to be a rough game for them. And yeah, so the Jets will start the year 4-1. Week 6, we're going to the West Coast versus the Los Angeles Chargers, and I have this game as a loss. It's going to be a rough year for us because we're going to be traveling to the West Coast a lot, and the time difference and all that type of stuff is a huge factor. But looking at just the matchup against the Chargers are a really good team. Their defense is absolutely stacked with guys, and I feel like the Jets offense will struggle traveling and against this legit defense in the Los Angeles Chargers. So I do not think the Jets will be able to win this game. And do they have a chance to win? Yes. But the Jets' offense is all up to the offensive line. If the offensive line is solid or average at best, that's going to make the playmakers around Sam that much better. I think the biggest factor for the Jets' offense this year is the offensive line because, like I just said, if the offensive line is good, then the whole offense is good. So, I mean, that's not just with the Jets. That's with every NFL team. But I really think if the Jets can establish a run game for Sam Darnold and Le'Veon Bell and all those type of guys, the offense will flourish. But going into the matchup, I do not see the Jets beating the Chargers, so that we fall to 4-2. Next game, we're versing Buffalo at home. I do not see the Jets beating the Bills twice this year, so I want to mark this one as a loss. The Bills are a legit team, and I say we beat them week 1 because the Jets team is hyped up from last year. We completely choked and they came back, so I feel like we'll beat them week 1. But next time we verse them, we're not beating the Bills. They're a legit team. They're probably going to win the division, so I do not see the Jets beating the Bills twice this year. And then we go to Kansas City and verse the Kansas City Chiefs. No, I cannot say the Jets will beat the defending Super Bowl champions. Patrick Mahomes is going to be electric. They only got better. They got every single player returned. So the Chiefs are building a dynasty team. I have a feeling they're going to be the next Patriots in terms of dominating the AFC, and they're going to be the 1 and 2 seed. I feel like every year Patrick Mahomes is only going to get better. He's a superstar. He's absolutely insane, as we all know. And now we have Tyreek Hill back, and all these guys that are on offense are just going to continue to get better and better and better, and their defense is getting better. So I cannot sit here and tell you guys that the Jets can beat the Kansas City Chiefs because I know they're not. There's no way. Yes, there's a chance, but I'm not that delusional where I can tell you guys that the Jets will beat the Chiefs. So, and then we go back home and verse the New England Patriots on Monday Night Football. That brings back a lot of bad memories of ghosts for us Jets fans. When I saw the schedule and I saw that, I was like, oh gosh, why do they have to put us on prime time against the Patriots? I hate that. But I'm going to be optimistic here, and I feel like the Jets are going to rebound from last year's nightmare of a game and beat the New England Patriots. And I know Tom Brady's not there, and that's not the reason. I think the Patriots are going to be a solid team this year. I see them going around 7-9 to 9-7 range. I do not think the Patriots is over just because Tom Brady's gone. He did not carry that team at all. Their defense and Bill Belichick coaching is the reason why their dynasty is so strong. But I feel like the Jets can still come in here and contain Stidham or whatever you say his name. When he came in against the Jets, Jamal Adams got a pick 6 off him. I don't think he is going to be the answer at quarterback, so I feel like the Patriots are going to be an okay team for that reason. I think Bill Belichick is still trying to prove something that he can win without Tom Brady, so I'm not sleeping on them at all, but I think the Jets will rebound from last year and beat them on primetime football. Going into Week 10, we are versing the Miami Dolphins in Miami. Adam Gase always struggles against the Dolphins. I don't understand why, so I'm going to say they lose this game at Miami because their Tua Tagovailoa, he's going to be a stud his rookie year. The Dolphins had such a great offseason. They had so many draft picks. They have so many new players. They're on an upcoming team. It sucks that the Miami Dolphins are becoming a good team, and I feel like this year they're not going to be great, but they're building for success in the years to come. So I'm going to chalk this one in as a loss. Then we have a bye week, and then we verse the Miami Dolphins again. This game, I say we win at home against the Dolphins. I say we split the series between the Dolphins, and the Jets will come out on top on this one. Keep talking about the Dolphins. I feel like their defense is going to be legit this year. Brian Flores is a defensive guy, and he got a lot of cornerbacks. His secondary is legit, and they got a lot of new players, Byron Jones, and all those type of guys. So, like I said, I feel like the Jets will split the series with the Miami Dolphins. Week 13, we versed the Las Vegas Raiders. That still sounds weird saying Las Vegas at home, and I feel like we were going to win this game. We saw last year when the Raiders came to MetLife, we absolutely dominated them, which was amazing to watch. That was one of my favorite Jets games in 2019. I feel like we're going to do the same thing. Why not? I feel like the Raiders didn't really have a great offseason. Like, looking at their offseason, who do they really get that's going to take them to the next level? Is Derek Carr their quarterback for the future? I really like Gruden as a head coach, so I don't think that the Jets will just be able to stomp on them all over again. I feel like Gruden's going to come to MetLife and coach the hell out of this team, be like, we're not going to let the Jets run over us like we did last year again. Like, we're not letting that happen. So I'm not going to say we're going to dominate them all over again. It's going to be a close game, and the Las Vegas Raiders are on the rise, and I feel like they're going to be a legit team. They got Henry Ruggs, actually, I just remembered. So I feel like he's going to be a speed demon against the Jets. I feel like the Jets lack speed in the secondary. I'm not sure if the Seer is that type of speed guy, so we're going to have to look out for Henry Ruggs and all those type of guys. And Jacobs is a great running back, so we have to maintain him. And I know the Jets have a great running defense, so if we maintain him, I feel like we will be able to beat the Raiders. And then Week 14, we're versing the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. This is an interesting game because I'm not sure how the season will be going. Is there going to be crowds in the stadium? Who knows? If there's no crowd, I feel like we will be able to beat the Seahawks, but the Seattle Seahawks fans are just insane, and that environment, I don't see the Jets beating the Seahawks, and I feel like the Seahawks are going to be a really good team in the NFC this year. I feel like they can be a 1, 2, or 3 seed, so I do not think the Jets will be beating the Seahawks, so I have this one as a loss for the Jets. Russell Wilson, they're surrounding him, guys, with DK Metcalf entering his second season. I feel like he's going to make an even bigger jump, and I feel like the Seahawks are just a very well-run team. Pete Carroll's an excellent coach, and I'm actually the Seahawks is my favorite NFC team, and I love Russell Wilson. So I don't think the Jets will be able to beat Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. Next game, we are going to Los Angeles to verse the Los Angeles Rams. I'm pretty sure Joe Douglas requested to have back-to-back games on the West Coast so they can stay in the West Coast and not travel back and forth. So this one has chalked up as a loss because I feel like in that hostile environment in LA, and I feel like the Rams offense is really legit, and Aaron Donald on defense is legit, and I feel like he's going to be destroying the Jets offensive line and going to be getting to Sam Darnold, getting to Le'Veon Bell, so I do not think that the Jets will be able to beat the Los Angeles Rams. I feel like they will compete, but I just feel like the Rams with Sean McVay's offense, they won't be able to contain them as much as we expect, especially on the road, so I have this one as a loss. And then we go back home in Week 16 to verse the Cleveland Browns. I feel like we will defeat the Browns because I feel like we always struggle against the Browns. But this year, we got Greg Williams completely understanding the Cleveland Browns offense. I know they changed coaches and Freddie Kitchens isn't there anymore, but I really feel like Baker Mayfield, he's going to take a bigger step in year 3. I know his rookie season was amazing. Year 2, he fell off. Year 3, he's going to come back. I feel like Baker Mayfield has a lot to prove, and their whole offense you can't sleep on that at all. So I still think that the Jets will be able to beat the Browns at home. And then the final game of the year is in New England. This is going to be a tough game. I do not see the Jets beating New England twice, so I'm going to chalk this one as a loss, especially in New England. It's always a hostile environment, and the Patriots defense will be all over Sam Darnold. They just know how to destroy Adam Gase and Sam Darnold. I know I said that the Jets will beat them Monday Night Football, but I feel like they will not be able to beat them now in New England. So that is my breakdown to the schedule. The overall record I have, the Jets going, is 8-8. And so obviously I don't put that much time into this. This is just my initial reaction to the schedule. So I really think it's going to be a brutal schedule for the Jets and a brutal season. Traveling to West Coast is going to be tough. We have a lot of tough players that we're versing, a lot of tough teams and coaching staff. So this is going to be a really huge question mark for Adam Gase. Can he coach these guys and become an actual team? Because we are the underdogs. There's a lot of teams sleeping on us, and rightfully so. Last year was not the best season, even though we finished 7-9, which isn't that bad. So looking back at last year, we finished 7-9. we're improved. I feel like we can get at least one more win. I feel like the floor for this team is 6-10, and the ceiling is up to 10-6, 9-7. 10-6 is a little reach. I know this. I'm not saying this Jets can win the 10 games like that. It's going to be a really, really tough year for the Jets. And I'm really excited. I'm hoping Sam Darnold can really take a big step in year 2 of Adam Gase's system. And hopefully the Jets can shock a lot of people. So leave a comment down below what your record predictions are for the Jets. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's go Jets. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Peace.